Hello friends, good afternoon or good morning or good evening, wherever you are. This is the first of the series of videos on the DS260 form filling. And today we tackle the first part, and it is on the personal information. So when the results are out and you find out you have been selected, then this is what you do. For you to get access to the DS260 form, the online one that you're supposed to fill, come to your browser and search submit your immigrant visa. When you search on that, then this list of links or search results will come. But the one that you want to click on is this: submit your immigrant visa and alien registration, and it is by the State Department.gov. So this is where you click, and then once you click on it, this page comes, and you want to scroll down here and come to this link, Form DS260. Click on it. Then it will bring you to this page, and on this page we have the non-immigrant visa forms and we have the immigrant visa forms. So you come to the immigrant visa forms and you go to the third one, the DS260 online immigration visa and alien registration application. This is what you want to click, and then it will bring you to this page. You just click continue, and then you come to this page. You have to read through this. I won't do on this video. And then click check here, and then insert your case number, the case number that will be on your first notification letter, that letter that says you've been randomly selected, and then you click continue. So since the results are not yet out, I will use the exemplar document by the State Department. It is a DS260 form that is used as an example to fill your DS260 form, and you can as well download it. It is on the State Department's website. So that's what I'm going to use and show you correctly how you go through. So when you click continue, after you've plugged in your case number, this page now comes, and it has the place where you put your case number again, and then your invoice ID. The invoice ID, you'll find this on that letter that says you have been randomly selected. You'll find there the case number and the invoice ID. And this invoice ID is an 8-digit number that is issued by the NVC. So it will appear on the first notification letter. Then after putting in, you select on this drop-down menu applicant, because you are the principal applicant. So when you click on this drop-down menu, you'll have a list of selections here. You check on the applicant, select on the applicant, and then put here the characters of the captcha and continue by clicking on continue. Upon clicking continue, this page comes and it is on the summary information. You have to read through it. I won't do on this video. And then down below here, you'll see this bar, and it shows the status of your case. It says application status here incomplete, and it will remain incomplete until you are through with filling your DS260 form. Once you are through and submit it, then it will be completed. So continue down with the information, the get started information. Again, you read through the getting started information. I won't on this video. And then you check here, I certify that I have read and understood the above. I am now ready to begin the immigrant visa and alien application process. So you click check here and then you say continue. Click on the continue. And then the first part of the DS260 comes. And this is what I want to discuss on this video. It is on the personal information. So what personal information are you supposed to indicate? The first one, as you can see, is the names. And the first slot is for the son name, meaning the family names that you use. If you have three names, you have the first name, the second, and then you have the third. So whichever of the three that is the family name or the son name is the one that you plug in here. And then the rest of the names you put on the given names. So the other names that are not family name, put on the given names. And then if your name is also in the native alphabet, then you include it here. But this is a rare case. If your name is also in the alphabet of your native language, then or your tribe, then you're supposed to put it in here. But if you don't have, just check on this box, does not apply, technology is not available. And this would be for most of you. And then, have you ever used any other name? If you've ever used any other name, now this is the place where you are supposed to check. You check yes. And let me discuss this. If you're married and you are a lady in some many or majority of the tribes all over the globe, you tend to take the name of your husband. And therefore, on the marriage certificate, you might be having your husband's name, or on the passport, you might be having your husband's name. But remember, on your birth certificate, you still hold your family names, the names that you are given on the birth. So that additional name, your husband's name that appears on your name, or any other name, the maiden name, any other name that might be appearing on other documents, you insert them in here. If your high school certificate has an extra name, you plug it in here. If any other document has an extra name apart from the one that you've mentioned above, then use it on this slot. And then it goes on to say, select your gender, that is sex, either male or female, and then the current marital status. What is your current marital status as you are filling this DS260 form? And I'm talking of this with the knowledge that you had applied in the initial entry. Remember, you might have selected single because you are single, but at the moment you're filling the DS260 form, you are married. So you select married even if you were single at the time you are entering the DV lottery. But this marriage should be legal with the proof of the certificate of marriage. If you selected in the initial application that you're married because you're married, you continue with the married status. If you are single and you're not yet married, at the point of filling the DS260 form, select single. This is very important and it can mess you up. And then we continue. You fill in your dates of birth, the city of birth, the state of birth, and the country of birth. And this should reflect what appears on your birth certificate and your passport. When you're applying for the passport, they normally use your birth certificate. And that means the details on the birth certificate, they reflect or they correspond to those details on the passport. So I don't expect there to be any difference between the passport and the birth certificate. But wait, some of you have heard in previous cases that you might be having some differences between your birth certificate and your passport, and I wonder how that came into being. But if they differ slightly, just use whichever of the two, the birth or the passport, but later on you'll have to provide some support document if they are requested, that is the affidavit. But in most cases, they rhyme. The details on the birth and on the passport, they rhyme. So use the exact details on those two documents. Don't guess, don't cook up. And if you had made some mistakes during your entry, maybe of the city of birth or whichever detail, then it is the time you correct it here. And then after that, you click on save. Don't forget this aspect. Always click on save to save the information that you filled. And then you continue to the next. That is the personal information 2. On the personal information 2, we have extra information regarding you, the principal applicant, and that is the country of nationality. You select your country of nationality in this drop-down menu. And then the other thing is about the travel document. For your case, you select passport, and then you put the passport number here, and then you select the country that issued you that passport, and then the date of issuance of the passport and the expiration date of the passport. That is straightforward. And then down here, do you hold any other nationality other than the one you've mentioned above? If yes, you say yes, but if no, you just select no. So what happens when you select yes? Because you might be having a different nationality. I'm speaking of you that have a different nationality. So you select yes. When you select yes, this bar will appear, or this box will appear, and it will give you a place to select the nationality that you have other than the one you mentioned above. And then it goes ahead to ask you, do you hold a passport for that nationality? If yes, you just check yes and fill the passport number, and you can add another nationality. So if no, just select no and continue. So once you've done that, don't forget to click on the save button to save all the information that you filled. And then you can opt out. Remember, I told you, you don't fill the DS260 form in a hurry. So you might fill the details and then you see, let me save it, go do some activity, or you might not be having some other documents. You just click save and then log out. And then you will come later and continue with the process. But if you're ready to continue, just click save and click next to move to the next part. And that is on the address and the phone. So thank you guys for watching this video. We come to the end of the first video in the series of the videos. So please stick around for the next part. And if you're new, you're on the right place. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. And all of you, share the video out. Let other people get this information. Let's meet in the next video on this series.